Welcome to Next Top Singer 2021. The interest has been higher than ever for the 8th season, and so we are starting early. Auditions may still be open, so please check the description for updated information. For the first wave of videos, the judges are judging the first 51 auditions. Those who make it through will have the chance to compete with different themes in each episode and collaborate with each other. They will be critiqued honestly by the judges and be scored from 1 to 10 in every round. Contestants will be eliminated in every round until we know who is our next top singer. Our winner leaves this competition with the honorable title and the $250 prize. The judges are
Petri Sukunimi,
a composer and pianist from Sweden,
Andrea Message,
a former professional musical theater actress living in Wisconsin, and
Mark Cross,
a drummer and radio presenter from the UK. See the link below for a longer introduction. To make it in, you have to get a yes signal from at least 2 of the judges. 2 no signals means you are out. If you make it in, please read the description for instructions, and don't forget to confirm your role. Without further ado, let's get this show on the road.
But mama, I'm in love with the criminal. And this type of love isn't rational, it's physical. Mama, please don't cry, I will be alright. All reason aside, I just can't deny I love that guy.
Who wants to begin? Or
Mark,
should I?
since he's new again, this is his first new season.
Yeah, Mark, let's hear your first comeback to the show.
you want me to start with a brutal one?
I knew it.
Because I always like to get full auditions, and if we get about 20 seconds and what we get isn't particularly brilliant, then it's going to be a straight no from me.
Okay, I can definitely see what you're saying there, because I didn't get much out of this audition either. It was almost spoken and very monotonous. There was no range, no dynamics. If it were longer, like Mark said too, then maybe you could have shown us a bit more. But it was pretty on pitch, which is like the main thing I'm looking for this early at least, so I actually gave this a yes and a 4.5.
Okay.
But I could go either way.
Okay. Well, I said no, and I gave a 4. I hear a really nice voice in there, but it was a poor audition song. There was a poor use of timing. There was no emotion. You need to bring your A game when you're doing an audition, and this was maybe C at best. Now, I do believe Skelly could have given us better, but now is the time to do it, not later, so I had a pass.
Yeah, that's completely fair enough. I was actually leaning towards no at first, but I figured I wanted to be a little bit nicer this early. Because, I mean, if they don't perform next time, then they're just gonna go next time, so. When in doubt, I say yes, because they can always improve, and if they don't, then they're not gonna last very long either way, so.
I'm not in doubt, so I just said no. So.
Okay, fair enough.
Wise men say only fools rush in. If I can't help falling in love with you.
I almost fell asleep by this audition. I mean, there was a clock in the background and actually started counting the ticking because it was kind of boring me. You have a warm, pleasant voice, but it was the wrong audition song. It was too slow and there's no drama.
Okay, well, I'm going to throw a little tick in here.
Oh, God, of course. Why not?
4.5.
Why the freak not?
There's stack loads of sound quality issues which definitely need to be addressed ASAP, but there is some nice warmth and we're looking for potential and things that could be useful. So for a casting round, it's a yes for me.
Okay, I guess. Didn't you think it was a bit too boring for a first audition? Shouldn't you get excited by an audition?
Well, you would have thought so, but it's kind of a song choice thing, isn't it? If you pick that song, it's really difficult to put a whole lot of dynamic in it, regardless of how you go. Getting the feeling into something like that is always tough. And my kind of consensus with this scoring thing going through is it's very tough to get a good score from me in the casting round, because I'm looking to give those 10s for the kind of semi-final and final performances. So even though a 3.5 may not look very good, it still may get a pass for me if I'm seeing something that could be workable going forward in the later stages. I was getting some good warmth from it, even though we need the dynamic, which will come from a song choice later on. Yeah, that was my main thinking behind it. But for you guys, maybe if you're not seeing enough from it to see the potential to go forward, which is fair enough.
Yeah, but that's why you don't pick this song for an audition. The song choice matters. I do think he has potential, but that wasn't enough for me this round, unfortunately. So Andrea.
There were some, when he hit those really low notes, there was some really good resonance to them that I liked, but the song choice just, it didn't do it. There was no range. Like I heard those really nice, rich low notes, but it would have been nice to hear what would have happened in the slightly higher register. And it was so painfully slow. I mean, yes, this is a slow love song, but it's like, wise men say. It's like, wise men say only fools. You can burst it up. You can like take it and make it a little faster. You can make it your own. You don't have to drag it so long. There was such a waste of time, because if he would have sped it up just a little bit, he could have probably gotten in a little extra verse and maybe got a little bit more. I can't say yes to something like that.
I completely agree with you.
But it's nice to have Mark back, because I'm so glad Mark is back, because he loves to throw those little wrenches in there. I'm looking forward to this season now.
I'm scared.
Oh, it's the beauty of majority vote. You can't, or I can't screw it up too much.
Well, you can if you're both wrong.
You'll find a way. I'm sure you'll find a way.
I want to live in a beautiful world. I want to live a glorious life. It is the key of wonders that I may recall. To dream an infinite response. To about as dream as a duct. To about and embrace the stench.
It was a no from me, and I gave about a 3. It wasn't a great audition song. Again, song choice for me is just, people got to remember, you might like a song, but you got to think, is it competition worthy? Is it audition worthy? And not even, some songs are great audition songs, but are they great a cappella songs? Sometimes you lose something when it's a cappella. It was more speak than sing too. There was a lot of like talking. I don't know if he meant to talk. I don't know. It was off key when it was singing. I couldn't say yes.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Connor, you have dramatics in your voice, which is good, but this was mostly voice acting. Like Andrea said, it wasn't the best audition song, and it was also bad audio quality. You need a better mic so that we can really hear your voice and give you a fair judgment. And it wasn't clean enough, like Andrea said too, so I'm in total agreement with her, and I actually gave this a 2.
And I'm straight out of the gate with my first 1.5. Mostly wasn't singing, and the bits that were seemed out of tune to me, so not too much I can put any stock in there.
I was right in the middle between you, as usual.
Maybe I'm being too nice. I don't think I've given any 1s. Maybe I'm too nice.
What?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Then you're definitely too nice. I have given a couple.
I'm trying to be nicer this season. Now that Mark's back, I've got to be the Paul Abdul of the group. I got to be the nice one again.
Yeah, we need to have that dynamic. You're right. Otherwise, it's going to be too brutal.
Even if it's a complete lie. But
But no, we can't lie to the contestants. That's not fair.
Well, I could be it's not quite a lie. I mean, a 3 is not like a 10, and but it's closer to 1 than it is to 10. So it's not a 100% lie.
All right, sure. Yeah. Fair enough.
baby. Now that I found you, I can't let you go. I built a world around you, I need you so. Baby, even though you don't need me, you don't need me. Baby, now that I found you, I can't let you go. I built a world around you, I need you so. Baby, even though you don't need me, you don't need me. Baby, baby, since first we met, I knew in this heart of mine, the love we had could not be bad. I played it right to buy my time. All my life I waited for somebody to give me love like you. Now you tell me that you wanna leave me. Darling, I just can't let you.
The first 30 seconds of it gives me hope. The second 30 seconds, the pitch went so wayward, and if that trend continues, I don't think he's going to last very long, but seeing plenty of positives from the first half of the entry at least.
Yeah, I was actually kind of intrigued by this, because you do have a very unique style of singing. You have a deep, rich voice, but it sounds kind of put on to me. And when you're going down in your notes, you also slip into your speaking voice. You are holding back a bit, because there's no dynamics as such. This was almost a yes, but I just can't. The pitch needed to be a bit tighter. So I gave this a 4 and a no.
A no. I said yes because I do think that there's a lot of potential in the voice. I think that there's a lot of room to work and grow. And I think it'll happen very quickly because the basic is there a lot more than it is with other more green artists. I gave a 5.
Ooh, I was the mean one on this.
Yes, you
Didn't
were.
expect that.
And I completely disagree with you.
Maybe I will competing with Mark this time about who is the most mean one. I will try not to, but we'll see.
I doubt you will. I doubt you will, looking at some of my comments.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
You call me on the telephone, you tell me that you're all alone. I know that you are lying through your teeth. How can you expect me to believe the lies you hand me? You bailed with that blonde again, don't you understand me? Broke my heart and made me cry with every phony alibi. Well, I could see lipstick on your shirt, you dirty polecat. Telephone and tell me I'm your own.
Okay, so number 5. I don't know how to pronounce this, but Amissit.
Amissit?
I miss it.
Amissit?
No.
Amissit?
Ow.
It's like you're trying to catch a bus, but oh no, I miss it.
Oh, I knew you were gonna say something like that. I missed that, actually.
I like that. That was good.
Yeah, welcome back, Mark.
So nothing ever changes, isn't it?
No. You have a very beautiful voice, Amissit. I am a big fan of your vibrato. I like that you kept it even at the low notes, which a lot of singers don't. You showed a bit of range, but I do want more out of it. And also more dynamics, because you stayed in one volume throughout it. But I gave this a 7 and a yes.
And it was a 5.5 for me. Again, to echo the comment, needed a bit more dynamic and could have had a lot more fun with the song choice than he did, but solid and showing good signs for the future.
I guess I was way nicer than you guys because I gave Amissit an 8. I think the voice was very smooth and really kind of old-fashioned, you know, that real, I don't know, there was something just kind of old-fashioned sway to it, and I really liked it.
I was trying not to give too high scores on the ones I liked, because there needs to be some room for improvement too, I think. So I was very, what's the word in English? Not generous with my 10s and 9s and such.
I think it kind of depends, doesn't it? As I don't work on a scoring system for this in the past 4 seasons, I think it is. I've got my own little system. It doesn't involve numbers in it, but I've tried to base it off of my overall for the whole competition. So a 9-10 for me in any round would be sort of semi-final, final kind of level really blows me away. But if you're changing your 1 to 10s based on what round we're in and expectations for that as well, I think, you know, that is another way of going about it. We'll all just have our own system, and I guess just to try and explain a little bit of how we think as we go.
Yeah, this is the first season that we're using a scoring system, actually. I was mostly basing it on the auditions themselves, like I compare them to each other, so if there's no 10, then maybe that's not possible for the first round, so I was trying to base it more on that. But even if you get a 10, that doesn't mean you don't have room to improve, from me at least, so...
As if it's all just how she imagined. 'Cause we're in love, I just don't know yet. Tell me, how am I supposed to see the magic? 'Cause I don't believe in it no more. But I won't tell her, 'cause I always imagine it's easier if she thinks she's won. So I'ma let her. And she said, I don't think I love you no more. You never seem to call me lately. Girl, I don't think you know me at all. 'Cause I never thought I'd have to say this. No, I don't love you, and I never did. Look at us burning down the flames for kicks. But just know, I'm not singing for your XO. I'm just singing 'cause it's over.
I was kind of torn about this one. I think Arcadia has a really nice voice, but may need some training. So I really don't want to say outright no, but I'm not quite sold on yes. I was kind of dead even. I gave a solid 5. I'm literally halfway on the fence of it could go teeter either way. I'm trying to think if I really think that some more training and then coming back would be, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to say yes, but there needs to be improvement for me.
Yeah, well, you did say you were gonna be the nice one.
Yeah, I did say I was going to be. I think there's potential. The voice is maybe a little too green, and there just needs to be some training to clean things up a bit. But you know what? I'm willing to throw out a chance here or there. So this caught me in a good day. I'm extremely tired taking care of a foster puppy. I've never been so exhausted in my life. So you guys are so lucky at this point.
Okay, so what did Mark vote?
I basically said 3.5 was a yes, so I am on the fence here with my no and could be swayed potentially. But my main reason for going for a no is that they never really got close to taking hold of the song, and that's a bit of a worrying sign for me more than anything else. So there's technical issues as well, and they haven't really got the performance to be able to carry it off and blag it a little bit. I don't really see how that's going to come together in the space of a couple of weeks or a month, but that's my thought on it. But I guess I could be swayed. There's something to it. It's just not really having the conviction to carry it off.
Yeah, I was kind of on the fence too, because I do hear a potential pop voice here, but you are straining that voice. You need more diaphragm support, and it sounds like you are afraid of waking someone up when you sing, so you need to support it a little better so that it sounds cleaner, and you need to make your pitches a bit more accurate. And for audition songs especially, you need to sing louder so that we can hear the full quality of your voice. So I gave this a 4 and a no.
Like I said, I was on the fence. I could have gone either way.
Does that change your vote, Mark, now that you know mine?
No, I think I'll stick with where I'm at. It feels like the issues that are on the table are things that aren't going to get addressed in the space of a month or so.
Yeah.
With some training and some guidance on projecting and the like, it's something to work on, but there'll be other seasons. There's plenty of time to keep working on that and to polish it up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this time is a little bit different because we are starting early, so they do have more time to improve their voices until the competition starts, but I don't know just how much you can do in this short amount of time still. It's still a little bit too low on time for that.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Pikmin. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I have a really big passion for music. Thank you. We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me close until our eyes meet. You won't ever be alone. And if you hurt me, well, that's that's okay, baby. Only words bleed inside these pages. You just hold me, and I won't ever let you go. Wait for me to come home.
Okay, so for Pikmin, I have got a yes and a 5.5, so tying with my best score that I've given so far. Impressive range, got to watch the timing and got to watch the breathing, having that under control and being able to project. And, you know, the breathing is very prominent when it's in the recording for a start, and it's also a sign that you haven't really got enough for a few of those notes. So a few technical things to work on, but, you know, the range is there. That's very workable, and I'm liking what I'm hearing overall.
Yeah. Okay, so Pikmin, I like that you showed different vocal textures in this song. You do have some versatility, I think, but this voice sounds like a teen that hasn't been developed yet. I look for more mature voices. Right now your voice is kind of weak and trembling. If you get a more mature voice, then you can sound more confident, which is more what I'm looking for. You need some training to clean it up a bit more. And I was first pretty taken aback by the falsetto, to be honest, but I didn't hate it, at least, so you definitely have potential, so keep going. I gave this a 4.5 and a no.
Okay. Well, I was between you and Mark. I actually really like the upper register, and I think there's a lot of potential in the voice, but I do think the voice is kind of green and could probably use a little bit more training to really bring out the quality and get the transitions right. But at the same time, I still think there's enough there, and I said yes with a 5.5.
So I was the mean one again. Well,
yes, you were.
I just want to say that you shouldn't be discouraged by a low score, because many of the past winners wouldn't have gotten very high scores on their first audition either, so you can always improve. This doesn't mean you don't have talent, it just means there's room to improve. And I did see potential, so that's completely fair enough.
So say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Lead me, save me from my solitude. Share each day with me, each night, each morning. Promise me that all you say is true. Love me. That's all I ask of you. Order your fine horses, be with them at the door, and soon you'll be beside me. You'll guard me and you'll guide me.
Great voice, nice trebly quality, and beautiful vibrato. This was an elegant performance, I really liked this. It was slightly nasal though, and you didn't show that much of range or dynamics. You did show some though, but I want more. I did enjoy this still, so this is a 7.5 for me.
Another 5.5. I've got the same comment about dynamic. The only thing to sort of add on really is that anything from Phantom needs a serious amount of dynamic into it to be able to stand up to the kind of original performances that you get. So it's a very risky song choice and kind of a safe audition, I guess. Just a warning to anyone doing musical theatre is that you really have to be able to carry off the performance aspect as well as being note perfect.
Okay, I'm wondering, what is the highest score you ever gave in this first wave?
High score in the first wave is a 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's a
That's
tough judge.
so unfair. Oh my god. No, I can't see that. No. Andrea, save this.
Okay. Y'all know that Phantom is my ultimate favorite musical.
Uh-oh.
And we knew from last season when we had a Phantom of the Opera entry how I felt. So here we go. Here we go. Get ready, guys. Prepare yourselves. Okay. First off, when you're doing a song like this and you're coming in sounding like you're terrified, not necessarily a good thing. This is a strong song. I really felt like you disappeared a little bit in the lower register. Like it sounded like the sound just kind of like left. It really needs a lot more power. You don't have to like scream or be loud. You could still bring in that softness and that emotion, but still be strong at the same time. There is a balance, and there was just no strength behind this song whatsoever. That said, I really think you have a very strong starting point. You've got a very lovely voice. I just think you're lacking a little confidence in yourself right now. I'm not hearing a lot of confidence. I'm not hearing that inner strength. I want to hear that inner strength. I want to hear that confidence. And so I'm going to say yes, but I am giving a 4.5 on the performance.
Oh, God. Okay, I can get it if you are that... I mean, you have been in the show and everything, so I understand you can't be totally unbiased against this, but still, you have to compare them
It is not a bias thing. It's knowing what the song is about. Like, knowing this song, you need to have emotion, you need to have passion, you need to bring strength to the song, and there was zero energy or strength in that song. That it just was not reading as, if you're going to sing a song that is emotional, you've got to bring it. You don't have to be Sarah Brightman. You don't have to be, I'm not Sarah Brightman. I was never able to reach that level of perfection. That said, you still have to bring it. And this was so timid and so quiet. So it's not a bias on the way she performed the song. It's just technically, it just wasn't a great audition when you're using a song like this for me personally. And the low note disappeared. It's like it got so quiet. I had to turn my volume up to like try to hear what kind of a sound she was giving me. There was just so little power behind it. Power does not mean volume, but there has to be some kind of a power, and power can sometimes come through emotion, and there just wasn't that emotional connect. When you're going to do a song like this from such a well-known award-winning musical, or even if you're going to do a song from a Grammy winner, if you're going to do any song, you have to bring it. And I don't think that's a bias just because I was in Phantom of the Opera. I just think that if you know the song, you know that this wasn't up to par. But I still think she has a very lovely voice, and I think she can bring it if she finds a little more confidence. And that's why I am saying yes, but I can't score the song that much higher.
I did like the low notes, actually. I did put some compression on it so that I can actually hear it. I don't really judge them on the lack of editing this early, just so you know. So that's maybe why my scores are a bit higher than yours. I don't know.
It could be,
okay,
but
I was gonna say that if you're gonna compare one song to the original, then you have to compare everyone, but then remember that I don't do that either. I mean, I guess that's gonna happen if you are that familiar with the song, so I guess that's fair enough.
And like I said, I'm not comparing it to the original. I'm not comparing it to any other singer, and I just don't think that delivery was there. It has nothing to do with Sarah Brightman. It's technicality.
Okay, let's stop arguing. We have to get through this.
She's in, so God.
Yeah, okay. We'll let that, we'll put that to bed.
Jeez. And I thought Mark was going to be the hard ass. Oh, I shouldn't say hard ass. Sorry, I shouldn't say hard ass. That's a naughty word. Sorry.
Well, you can both be a bit naughty sometimes.
All right.
We're just under the upper hand and go mad for a couple grams. She don't wanna go outside tonight, and in a pipe she flies to the motherland. Ourselves love to another man. It's too cold outside for angels to fly.
Ty, I'm seeing signs of him having a bit of his own vocal style, which is always a winner, and we like to see that come out a little bit more in the later rounds. Tough to show a whole lot with the song choice, though, and there's still a lot that we need to learn about his voice and what he's really got, but I'm liking what I'm hearing so far.
You don't remember him? He was in the 2019 season, and season 5, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember season 5, but I remember the
fair enough.
last season.
Well, Ty, welcome back. I think you have a smooth, buttery tone that I love, a great agility in your voice. I love the runs and the vibrato. There's some range, but there's no dynamics, and that is important when auditioning. So please remember that and bring more dynamics next time. Maybe you need a bit more confidence, that could help. But you do have a great talent. It's a great R&B voice, which I'm personally a fan of.
And I basically said almost the same thing. I actually really love the vibrato in Ty's voice. There's something calming about his voice.
I would keep thinking and questioning to myself, why do I have to walk this path away? I can't seem to find the real meaning to this path that I take fate to accept, and my goal seems so far away. So tell me why I'm here and what's the reason I am here today. If I recall, it was you. You wished that I would stay. No matter how much wind will blow against me, I will keep on. Oh, I will keep moving on to find the answer till I'm lost and search for you.
All right, this is probably going to shock you guys. So here we go. I'm going to do something a little out of the ordinary. And again, you can blame it on the scrambled egg brains. So I think Dream Kittu had a very sweet voice, a nice range. I found it to be very emotional. I thought it was nice the way she was able to control where she was coming in strong and then she suddenly pulled back and then came back in. The way she did that was very controlled. I enjoyed it. And this was my first and only 10.
What?
Yep.
Didn't expect that.
And screw you if you don't agree.
Well, actually, I almost agree, but not quite. I think this was stunning, Dream Kittu. Bravo! I love the timbre of your voice. There were smooth transitions between your chest voice and head voice, and it was such an intelligent use of dynamics. It's very controlled, actually. This is almost everything I want, but I do want more power so that there's more contrast between the different dynamics. So I gave this an 8, and it is my highest score so far, I think, actually. So I almost agree with you, Andrea, but I don't think it was everything I want, so.
I don't know. I liked it.
Also gets my highest score of the lot so far. Going to get 6 from me on this one. Highest score that I gave throughout the whole thing, actually. But a few notes, a few pointers. I wasn't super blown away with it. Some power lacking in the upper register, I think, and a few rush spots. We all know how heavy I am on timing. I saw some timing issues, only on a few phrases rather than on the whole thing. But lots of potential. My tied highest score that I gave throughout the whole thing. So definitely on the right track.
6 is his highest. That's scary. You guys should all be very, very afraid. Be afraid.
It's going to be interesting to hear what the others lost points for, those that I gave a 10 or 9 for. I don't understand how...
It's in comparison to the whole thing, because if we go to later rounds...
But you don't know about the whole thing yet. You don't know what they're going to bring in the future.
4 seasons into it, I think I've got a pretty good idea about what we're going to get towards the end. And it's mainly because when we get to the later rounds, there's going to be more production, there's going to be more mixing, there's going to be more time put into each entry. So, you know, with these guys, with what they're bringing already, plus recording a couple of harmonies, for example, a bit of work in the mixing and a few effects here and there, we're going to get a much more complete entry purely because of them stepping their game up and the level that they're in. And that's what I'm basing my scoring on in the overall picture and what we expect to see in the later rounds.
Okay, I guess that's kind of fair enough. I mean, that's kind of how I thought I was gonna go at first, but then I started comparing the auditions to each other instead, like, what is the best possible audition here? So that's what I gave a 10 for, not what I think they're gonna do in the future. But I guess that's what you get.
Everyone
with
has their
different
own
judges, different crazy judges. You don't know what they're gonna do, so...
You're a rich girl, and you've gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man's money. You could rely on the old man's money. It's a bitch, girl, but it's gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. Say money, but it won't get you too far, get you too far. And don't you know that it's wrong to take what is given you, so far gone on your own. But you can get along if you try to be strong, but you'll never be strong.
felt a little rushed in spots again and maybe lacking some characterization compared to what the song is, but again, showing plenty of good potential going forward.
I thought there was so much soul in the voice, and I thought the transitions were really well done. I heard a lot of dynamics. I do think that there were some places where it did sound a little rushed, but I enjoyed the fact that Lupin was strong without being overpowering. So I definitely want to see what's going to happen in the upcoming rounds.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with them actually. I love this so much. You do have a very unique quality to your voice. It's very recognizable, and that is gold worth in this competition. You did show great power in this, a great vibrato, and a rich voice. But it sounds a little bit closed off to me. It's not open enough. I actually had a hard time discerning if it was strain that I heard, or if you're just suppressing your tone because of a lack of training, or if it was the mic actually, because I think it was peaking a little bit. But I did like this. And none of you heard that?
Heard what?
That it was a bit closed off.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't mark that down as a note, so I'm assuming that I didn't hear anything that was like glaring to the point that I found it worth removing a point for. I heard some rushing, the kind of like getting a little bit too quick, but I didn't hear anything that was like glaring as in like closed notes or anything like that. At least not that I marked down in my notes. I'd have to go back and listen.
Yeah, sometimes it's a bit hard to hear if it's the mic that is causing the problems, because sometimes when he goes up to those high notes, then he gets this kind of, that's kind of how it sounds in Windows Movie Maker when you render a video with bad quality. Then the sound gets this kind of weird quality. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Electrical sound almost. That's kind of what I heard. But that could be the mic actually. I don't know. So that's what happens if you don't have a top-notch mic. It's hard to hear sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fell in love, but you fell deeper in this pit, while death rains from above. So count your blessings, 'cause this is it. You're not letting it go. So what if I misbehave? It's what everybody craves. You already know. So come if you're feeling brave and fancy yourself a mate. You want it, I got it. See what you like. We could have it all by the end of the night. Your money and power, my sinful delight. A hit of that heaven and hell, a hell of a high.
So Taealdi, your voice is actually a little bit reminiscent of Amy Lee from Evanescence. If you do have power in your voice, then it might be worth checking them out, because you didn't show that here.
Amy Lee from Evanescence, eh?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it wasn't
I didn't hear it.
the same power that she has, but it was kind of the same voice quality, so, or timbre.
Fair enough.
Okay.
And I've got some pitch and timing issues, but enough potential for a pass for me.
Okay. Then you guys don't need to hear my opinion, so.
Huh?
You don't need to hear my opinion, because 2 yeses, so we're good.
I do want to hear your opinion. It sounds like you're differing a little bit now.
I was on the fence, if we're going to be perfectly honest. I was at a maybe still, and then I kind of leaning towards no. There were pitch issues. I didn't really hear Amy Lee personally. There were some nice moments. There's a good quality voice there, but I really think that some vocal training and then come back. If there is another season, then, try to come back. I think some training might be appropriate. Just, I don't know if Taealdi is 100% ready. So I said no. I said maybe no, kind of leaning towards no, but it doesn't matter because 2 green tickets means yes. So.
Yeah, don't be discouraged.
Yeah.
Andrea's just mean this time because of her
am.
scrambled egg brain.
It's puppy brain.
Scrambled puppy brain. Oh no, that sounds horrible.
That does sound pretty bad, yeah.
Oh no, I love dogs, forget that.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more auditions in the next episode. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Damn it.